I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. In a world full of in a world full of people that give a fuck about everything, it's gonna bother people so much that you don't give a fuck. In a world where people care too much and they give a fuck about anything and everything, it's gonna bother people that you don't give a fuck. It's gonna make them so uncomfortable that you don't care. And especially when it comes to other people, like it bothers people that you don't give a fuck about them, but they want you to. So when you don't, they feel like it's appropriate to try to force you to give a fuck about shit you don't give a fuck about. And I've learned now that that is the behavior of dishonest straight people. They don't mind trying to force you to give a fuck about them. If you don't, they don't mind trying to force you to give a fuck about them. And I saw this with my family first, and it was like, damn, like, why you always calling me and shit, like to talk about nothing? When it's like, when I moved to another state, it got worse. Like, when we lived in the same state, it was like they would call me and bullshit, but when I moved to another state, like literally every fucking chance they got, they calling me just to talk about nothing because they want me to give a fuck about them sitting around doing the same bullshit they was doing before I left or the same nothing they was doing before I moved away. So it's like it got to a point where every they just got to calling me ridiculously, like to talk about absolutely nothing, doing weird shit we didn't do when I stayed in the same state as them. So it's like they don't have a problem trying to force you into interacting or communicating with them and shit. And that's a problem for me because I want to talk when I want to talk. Like, wait till I miss you to call me. Don't blow me up and then get mad that I don't answer the phone because I don't want to talk and you do. Like that shit has always irritated me, and but it was my fault because I didn't set the boundary and I didn't snap on them and let them know that I didn't like that shit. And until until a motherfucker hear your mouth or until you make some shit uncomfortable for them, they never get the picture when you're trying to be nice and cordial and respectful about the shit you dislike that they do. I said what I said. It's all shit.